Midday, your city, your sound, your story.
And the time right now is 14:15, 15 minutes past the top of the hour, 2 o'clock. You're still tuned into the Urban Tribe at Newtown Radio, making sure that you're having the coolest afternoon time ever. Just like I promised on my socials, and just like I promised to many of my friends, my guest has made it to the building today. I would like for him to take the time so that Luke voice eating if recently you've went to the stadiums, or if you've been going to the stadiums, understand? I would talk.
I just have a question. Do the other guests normally don't make it? Like the way I know how he made it. Normally they don't make it past stage 2 of getting here.
In a way, because others say we take time replying, we take time then it's the team. We still have to check.
All right,
understand?
fair enough.
Yeah.
Good afternoon to you, your listeners. What a pleasure. I'm actually shocked that it's such a cool studio in this area of town.
Yeah.
I really walked in like, what's going on here? Did they not say this building is falling apart or something? And then you walk in, it's like, damn, okay. No, see on.
Most definitely. We're always on. I'm so honored to have you in the building. The first person who told me about you after I pulled out your picture, it was our cameraman, Tabang. Tabang's like, oh, come here, TD man. I'm like, Tabang, you know this guy. Maybe next match. All right, I will just try and have to see the next match here.
That's actually an interesting perspective because there's 3 different generations that know me for 3 different things. There's a generation that knows me for TV when we did Bona Retsang. If you're in that age group, that's the first TV show that I actually ever did. And it played after Yo TV. And then in between that, there's a generation then that made me in a senior level where I was doing Selima Tunzi. Then there's another generation. Remember, these are different generations.
Yeah,
then there's a generation that bumped into me at Daily Tets on SABC 1. Yeah. And then there's a generation that made me full on as the sheriff at UJ. And then there's a generation that bumped into me when we're now going full on within the stadium. So it's whenever people introduce me, you tell me which one they start with tells you which generation they're from.
Yes, but also you've done a lot of things.
Yo. Thank you. No, we've been pushing. Hey, it's tough.
That's why we had to make sure that you get you here.
No, appreciate it, man.
I'm the generation which found you on sports.
Yeah.
When your career was based on sports.
Yeah.
I could say now, clearly 3 years on my side, I've been aware of your art.
It's crazy. That was the first unofficial job I got in the year 2011, the 5th of May. That's the first job I got, which was being a sportscaster at UGFM. I was in my 2nd year in varsity. And I can tell you, bro, I mean, you know, like right now, I'm like, you can hear that I'm well-spoken.
Yeah.
At that time, I probably had the same amount of English, but just less confidence.
Oh, yeah.
But so the mic would come on and then it's the sport bulletin. And well, coming up in the world of sports, I wonder man, you got a little maturity, it's a little more wine.
Yeah.
At that stage, bro, that's when I really started sports. And people didn't know because I wanted more. So I didn't stay as a sports presenter. I did it for a year and a half. And I said, listen, I think I can actually do a show. And they're like, what type of show do you want to do? I'm like, man, give me something community. Which is probably my legacy plan in my radio career and broadcasting career, is to be part of shows that are sentimental, shows that are conversations that are real.
Yeah.
Well, top 40, what a song from Jaivane.
It's been a top 40 for so long.
Like, it's not my personality.
Yeah.
Conversations is what I've realized. Even at the stadium, I had to find an identity in sports that allows me to show personality versus being rigid, getting there, talking about a starting lineup, because it's about building a rapport with fans. When you're in stadium, when you're on radio, people know that you're credible. The likes of Robert Marawa today, for them to be who they are is because people could trust when they say it's gonna be a war. It's a war.
Yeah.
And today, unfortunately, radio, TV has lost credibility to the power of social media.
I beg to differ.
We don't confirm things on social media.
Yeah.
You just hide behind apparently. But the truth is, you don't. It's not a fact.
Yeah, it's not a fact. What you're saying is truly not a fact because I see the way ever since we are 1 years old now. So
Dope, congrats.
the way people be coming and saying, "Ntwana unplug, carry dog, o tla ema nyana, bras," because una le batho ba swantse re ba bone, re nne fatshe, ba re bontshe hore how should we go forward. But I also want you to highlight on what's the most memorable thing which you have had in this career so far.
There's too many factors. Where do we start? I don't want to lie to you. I'm telling you this out of love.
Yeah.
From where? I'll start with radio. I was the first campus DJ in South Africa to host real Black Coffee. Before he did the Ibiza run for Axe in collaboration.
Yeah.
Literally bumped into him at an Axe event. And then I go up to him, I'm like, yo, actually, you know, we've been inviting you on the show. He's like, hey, dog, can we do it tomorrow morning? And then Remo, and we had a bit of bubbles there. So now I needed to run away, you know, and pull myself together. I got a Black Coffee on the show, man. So I had to go home. I had to call my boss, get a boss. Tomorrow, Black Coffee is gonna be at our UGFM studios, and that was a big thing.
No, but that is big. Imagine Black Coffee ku UJ.
Look, it happened.
You made it happen.
He walked in alone. On top of that, he didn't have bouncers.
No bouncers.
We had a conversation, you know. And I said that I have it actually on YouTube. Funny enough. So I think when I get a bit older, when we're doing the dockies, those things I'll pull out. That's why you must record things. Yeah, what else record? So you must pull those things out so we can have an opportunity to look back and say, oh damn. And that's what sports has become. So in the highlights, I think the Black Coffee moment was big.
What's the most memorable?
In radio, I'd say that. I mean,
Then let's take it also into TV then.
ah man, TV would be on Daily Theatre. That day was spicy. Oh, that day was spicy. It's not a great highlight, but it was an interesting, intense moment on TV. What happens is, my co-host is supposed to be there. Unfortunately, now she's late. Opel Shong. She decided not to come to work because the guy, what's his name again? Tata Lux.
Nkatla, yeah.
Tata Lux was coming to the show, and we all are assuming maybe that's why she didn't come because they've had a bit of a tiff off air, in a separate space.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, I get to work, I'm like, did my research, because remember, Daily Theatre is very information based.
Yeah.
You're well thought, you're well calculated in your questions. You try level best to deliver not what you're just feeling, but strategically. You pre-planned it. We are talking, and I'm alone. We're supposed to be two presenters, like you are two. I'm alone. But we're handling the show, man. This guy, I'm trying you 10. You know, like people who know the Constitution. And he says it in a sense that, unlike you, there are people who know the Constitution.
Yeah.
He said that to me on camera. I literally, I forgot I was presenting. I switched to I was on trial.
And Daily Theatre is live, right?
Yeah, it's live. There's no cards.
Yes.
Miya, what's going on? No, live. Who's in the ear? But Melody, come down. I'm dealing with you now. And then in seconds they said, no, I mean like generally. I'm not. So he had to pull it back because he also saw it came out as an attack, not a generic statement. So that for me was a big moment. It was because I stood up for myself on TV. Wow.
Live
TV. But I was on jail.
That's a good thing. Right now, I want us to go and pay the bills. Then when we come back, we still have more questions to ask our lovely guests today. Guys, there's a lot I want to know. According to this list, I don't think I'm even 30% in it. You understand? Because it's gonna be such a long time. Right now, it is time for us to pay that bill.
Urban Tribe Midday, where the city comes alive.
And the time right now is 36 minutes past the top of the hour, 2 o'clock, and you're still tuned into the Urban Tribe at Newtown Radio, making sure that you're having the coolest afternoon time ever. And of course, I'm not alone. I'm with my guest today, Mr. Miya himself. You've heard his voice on the stadiums and on TV. You've heard his voice so many times. For sure, you're wondering, how did France get this guy Le naksai putisa dog.
How did what?
How did front get Mr. Miya to join him?
Actually, people in high places. That's what we've been told.
Mr. Miya, don't tell them my secret.
Sorry, yes, please.
So I have this question.
Yeah.
It says, how do you take challenges which like there's a new trend which is in the game? Now, how do you stay relevant and current?
It's a very dynamic question because there's different parts of it. There are people who are trendsetters, who always wants to be in the lead of a new thing. There are people who are in the comfort zone where they're like, what's the new thing? Let's do it. And then there are people who just like want to exist through just being yourself.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of fantastic stadium announcers, for example, that exist in South Africa that have walked up before us. Guys who've really done some dope stuff in the sports. But there was not a new era. So I didn't have someone to take from. So that means when I walked in, I was not looking at who did it in this way and that way. I came in and I said, I'm going to do what I know. Because I bumped into this. I didn't study for it. I went to UGA, did sports communications, majored in anatomy and physiology. I was going to be a physiotherapist, bro.
Yeah.
Now I'm not a physiotherapist, physical, I'm emotional.
Yes, actually.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that maybe to answer your question, is staying relevant has never been something I've been looking for. It's something because I'm leading in my own path, and God is just doing things. God will give me an idea, right? There's this thing that we have. It's a signature at Orlando Pirates. When the players stand together, they hold hands, and they're gonna run up together. Now, every single South African team has just gestures. They don't have a voice behind the gesture.
I just thought of it now, actually.
So they don't. They'll come and then they'll do the peace signs. There's no we. When you hear my voice build, hey Bengitina, the whole stadium knows in that moment. Even now I had semi goosebumps here on my own work. But in that moment, everyone knows the Orlando Pirates Amatambo Tlanganani signature is gonna come up.
Oh.
And I want you to understand that what that means, it's something I didn't create. It relevantly found itself in me, and God said, bro, try this idea.
Wow.
And that's how that came to life. And for sure it's happened. I'm in my 8th season with Orlando Pirates. I'm in the industry now for 15 years. And sometimes someone asks me something very interesting, and I'm going to try to keep it tight so I can get to your questions also. Someone asked me, but don't you feel like you should be more famous for the stuff you've done? And I'll tell you the honest truth, I'm glad I'm not more famous. I'm glad that I can still walk the streets randomly. The thing is now, all the Nkabis and the Nkabis know me because they are really in football. So I'm known by the guys who you'd never think you'd have a fat conversation with. Because I get when now you learn university. Now it's a talk about four.
As if you were part of the.
Listen, I promise you, I can eat. It's the culture that comes to it. So I think that's the most honest answer I can give you. I've just really trusted God to show me the way of how to elevate in what the work I do. My job is to be disciplined, always be on time, always look as great as you want to feel and execute, and the rest, bro, will flow in.
And just do your best.
And it's already something you know, so it's not like now you are driving a Quantum
and now
we
yeah. What's the biggest challenge also you faced in this industry? Technically, so now you just picked up the mic.
Yeah.
You want to do the signature move, but the one side is not audible enough, or something like that.
That's an easy answer. So I've been fortunate to do the Derby now 8 times. I've hosted the Derby. Always sold out. It's never not been sold out.
Yeah.
So sold out shows are easy. But here's the tough one. And it might not go the way you thought it was going to go. It was you being able to conduct a show that has 90,000 people to the roar of your voice. And then you look at other production houses that don't see that power in you. And that for me was not a technical issue, it was a mental issue.
Oh, I see.
Okay,
That now.
mfethu, tshiraka ke le para, like ke yellow bone 10 out of 10. Ne? And then you guys can't trust me to do best in saying, guys, I can actually introduce you to beautiful people. So that's the mind boggler. To say you come here to radio, you do your thing, and everyone's like, oh, you're such a dope presenter. And then what happens? No fitla kantle, let's say there's a funeral. Lord, I know he won't be able to handle a funeral. So my biggest struggle in the industry has been that I've gone to school, I'm well educated, I'm well informed, but I had to understand that I must stop being entitled.
True that.
And I'm
True that.
entitled because it's something that engwas against. Having to go and learn multiple languages. I've learned to blend in from Afrikaans crowds all the way in Potchefstroom for cricket. To being able to come back and get a look sheen and we talk football. But still, it felt like I had to fight for my recognition.
And also, you know you're good at it.
And not even, I know now he has. Even the other side knows.
Yeah.
Just like when you raised the point and said some of your friends didn't really tune into your show, and then it won't carry how tune in next.
You know what they say? Oof, my dad loved saying this to me, and he still does. He says to me, no one cares about the farming season where you have to plow. You have to be patient. But once the tree bears fruit, everyone notices and seeks their portion.
As if they were there when I was.
You were the one out. Let me tell you, a lot of people today benefit from the fact that they know me. They'll call me a brother. I need tickets. I'm like, bro, you know you've never been to the game just to see what I do.
You've never said congratulations when I got that job.
No, congrats, but
Okay.
no, man, I can't to maintain a congrats. If I know my boy is a dope presenter, you're a dope presenter. In my head, whenever you do something, I need to be amongst the people out of love, not out of responsibility. To say, yo, man, I listened to that show last week. What happened with the glitch? I didn't like what happened there, right?
Yeah.
Because you also know you're going to benefit.
Yeah.
The moment Nakono get certain rooms as a businessman also, my people enter the room too indirectly. But we live in an age where people don't understand that we live in a season of takers. And unfortunately, it's the newer generation is entitled to
and I see that happening a lot.
He's always dealing with that.
Big names right now calling like, yo, do you remember I did you that favor? I remember, guys.
Yeah, but I mean, why do I need to do a favor and call it a favor when I come back? I call you and ask for help. This is maybe probably I'll throw it out to you within your thinking process. And as a broadcaster, I want you to always keep it in mind. Never be entitled to people's loyalty. Be entitled to people's awareness of who you are.
Punches.
Don't be entitled to people's loyalty. Be entitled to the people's awareness of who you are. When I walk through the door, Casper will easily say, my boy, how are you, Miya? I'm sharp out. It's not because Casper wants to show people that he knows me. He's like, no, because I know you. You're a person that I've seen, I've interacted with, we've had conversations, we've said, we play now Call of Duty together. So there's an element of someone's like, but his name dropping. Like, no, because if you know the value of, to the world is Casper,
Yeah.
but in the workspace, acknowledgement.
I hear that.
So if you're looking to find someone to see that you're dope at what you do, randomly be like, dog, I'm always supporting your work. Like, dog, when last did you listen to my show? Your heart is gonna break.
Hey fella show, I think babangata.
No, he would people don't show up for you all the time because it's for you. It's for them first.
Yeah. True that.
So me, I'm saying to you, broadcasting teaches that in different ways. One day you're on the biggest show, you're relevant, you're popping, and then you leave the show. A year later, 2 years later, you're not relevant, and the people that were always calling on you, inviting you out, are not calling you. So luckily, I didn't go through that, and I'll tell you why. I had a rule. I do not bring my friends into my workspace in broadcasting unless it's because I believe that it makes sense. If you guys know, there's a friend of mine called Kwekwe, the dancer, short guy. He came into my space. We were like, bro, you're amazing. You dance. Let's take something different. I brought him to the stadium. Hey, but I just got no shorty. Shorty went and it was excitement, man. We were rumbling and tumbling until he forgot that this is still something that is bred. And then there were disciplinary issues between him and I. And I said, let's stop. Remember, I don't owe you. I did it because you were in your greatest form of progression. And that's what friendship also comes with.
I think that's my new status for the whole week. When you are at your greatest, I do not owe you. I see your potential.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, and bro, I can roll you in different ways around how all the titles I've carried in my radio career, my TV career, my sports career, have always come with one rule: stay humble. Just humility, and humility will help you because we don't know who's who. Walk in here and maybe you're bringing different energy, and you don't know, man, that the interview you're going to do now has already sparked the idea that he was looking to solve. And I don't know, actually, can we do this? And we're now getting like, we're a superstar.
No, Miya. Just on the last few questions.
Sure.
How do you balance between your personal life and also your work? Yes, you've had that disciplinary hearing before, but does it change who you are also in a way?
Nah. I think my work is my slave, and I'm not my work slave. Like my work pushes against the wind because the person I am is what makes my job. I work with people, like I said. Every day you're dealing with different types of people.
Yeah.
You meet people that are nice, you meet people that are not cool, you meet people that are just nonchalant about life. So if my work was like the standard, I would not be a happy person. So I always know, you go in, be you, laugh, smile, but that has to be you. It must not be the job, it must be you.
Yeah.
Because if it's you, dog, you don't have to change anywhere. Rajiva Stadium, we're gonna go to corporate serious things, and you have this bubbly energy, and people like, dog, we're thinking someone's gonna come serious. I'm like, nah, man, it's just me. So I don't go to work, bro. So I literally just go and get paid to have fun.
That's how you feel.
That's how I
Yeah.
feel, bro.
Yeah.
We once did a 16-hour show for Shimza. 1-6. One-man show for Christmas. We went home past 6 the next day.
Oh, no. Virtual cut.
For free.
16 hours.
Okay, real question. This is the last one. Yay, 16 hours for free. Yo,
You plant your seeds, man.
I see what you
and
mean.
I enjoy what I do, so it didn't feel like fun.
Yeah, you don't feel like you're at work.
Oh, it was fun.
That's one thing for sure. Do you still get nervous when you're about to go on air? Few seconds, nyana, or is it now your second nature to say,
Always, even this mic, you know, you want to make sure that your authentic aura comes across, your genuine conversational ability. Every time I'm about to turn on the mic, I always pray about it. I'm like, God, may you lead this conversation. May you lead the texture, because it's a healing. You know, you guys can come here and talk about anything in the world. And someone at home who listens religiously will be like, yo, guys, you've touched my heart. I just don't know how to tell you. And we never believed that when we were in a station that people could hear us. Until one day I got into a taxi and I heard our station playing and people were listening. And I was like, oh. And that's why they say in the influencer culture, just because you have 500 followers, if you walk into a room and see 500 people, you'll be overwhelmed. And that's radio.
yeah.
Just need to connect with one person on the other side and we are like, sharp. We get it. But nerves are everything, true. One mistake here, BCCSA, no, how dare he say this word? I mean,
We have to sit down in the office and talk about it. I believe that's how we're going to park today's show. Wow. I've taken a lot. I've taken notes. I hope on the other end, you've also taken notes. Are you going to today's match?
Yeah. That's why I have to move my day around.
Yeah.
But I think the last thought that I want to throw out, if I can, in seconds, if anything that you're going to do is worth writing home about, do it with the full heart, full discipline, full energy. In a few years, you'll reap the rewards.
True.
If you're gonna love her or him, love her authentically as best as you can. Because most people want to go back to their exes because they know they did half the job. They know they didn't fill their cups. They know they didn't fill their homes. They were just there to take. And later they realize, I miss her, miss him. In our jobs that we love, the greatest decision you can ever make with your job is to make the job fall in love with you. It makes everything that you do so much easier. It's like, I need to roll the camera. No, man. Give us an angle is sharp.
Yeah.
You are dedicated to the smallest detail of what you do if you decide to commit wholeheartedly.
Thank you, Mr. Miya. Today, if you look at Stadium Babang, you will find Mr. Miya being your person, the voice of 90 minutes.
Like what like we're giving away a car, Marari
No. It's cover surprise.
Where can we find you on social media?
Social media, it's Melody Miya Vibe. Throughout all my social handles, it's exactly the same. Yeah, man, I'm just always that guy who plays golf, runs, football, and that's all I do.
Yeah, but you do a lot of things.
Oof. Do you know what they say? An idle mind is a dangerous mind. Simple.
Definitely, guys. It is that show which you're always listening to from 12 till 3. It's called The Urban Tribe at Newtown Radio, making sure that you're having the coolest afternoon time. For the last time, my name is Front First Yama 2000, doing this again and again. You know what I mean?
And there's the D rolling like a stone rolling out.
Most definitely, guys.
Look.